Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Residents in 9 villages in Fan Ling are building up their case to convince the Lands Department to evict a lard factory that's been their nemesis for 21 years. An imminent resolution is expected of this odorous saga involving an industry that's slowly dying. Ko Lam, 80, has lived in Tai Tong Wu village for almost a decade. Just a stone's throw away from the lard factory.
When the wind blows at us, the odor is horrendous. Close all windows. Sometimes I drive my car out at 9 a.m. to avoid it.
Ko suffers from a chronic obstructive pulmonary problem.
Now I can smell it. The stoves are operating.
He has difficulty breathing.
Coughing, of course. Even throwing up. My blood pressure is affected too. I have to inhale the medicine instantly. After I inhale, I'm fine in 2 seconds. If it's more serious and I suffer, I take this one. This is costliest. $400 for one.
He blames the factory's smoke emissions for worsening his condition. He's joined the campaign to close down the factory.
These are my evidence.
Ko and fellow residents have been recording what they say are the factory's transgressions to convince Lands Department not to issue a short-term tenancy to the lard factory.
EPD always said they should filter the smoke. You see how thick the smoke is? How can it be filtered?
Tang Leung Tong's garden borders the factory's boundary.
Every time I come here, the odor is so putrid I can't bear it and have to wear a mask.
The Lands Department allows the lard factory to operate between 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m., except Sundays and public holidays. He took this video on Christmas Day last year and New Year's Day 2014 as evidence the factory operated on public holidays.
But they operated yesterday on January 1st.
On November 4th last year, Tang caught the factory operating before 8:30 a.m.
Opened at 8 a.m. I called the police and the Lands Department.
The next day, a district lands officer inspected the factory and caught it red-handed operating at 8 a.m., but only gave it a warning. Here's another photo of the factory still operating past 6 p.m., taken by Danny Chung, an activist helping the villagers.
I came here because this vantage point on Princess Hill offers a good view of the lard factory, and because you can clearly see the front of the factory and also the 2 chimneys. You need photographic evidence to show to the government of what the factory is doing.
Residents even suspect the factory operates at midnight, judging from the smell in the air.
Then sometimes 1 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning, sometimes whenever they maybe have a heavy production, they had to probably meet deadlines.
She said we worked at midnight. I said, why didn't you come and record the evidence? She said I had many dogs. I said, why didn't you call the police? She was speechless.
The issue ultimately boils down to this smoke. Does it really stink up the place and cause a nuisance?
According to their guidance note,
In 2008, the EPD issued a guidance note, like a code of practice for lard production.
All emissions to air, other than steam or water vapor, shall be colorless and free from persistent mist and fume. And then they said they have to implement adequate measures to ensure that the operation of the lard factory would not cause any odor nuisance. Our photos already show that it's not steam, it's not colorless, it's persistent fumes, and it has odor. It shows that the factory is breaking the guidance note from the EPD. Why the EPD not enforcing this so clear?
The factory has two sources of emissions. Smoke from a diesel burner that heats up the tanks where pork is fried to extract lard, and exhaust from lard boilers. The EPD said it had inspected the factory 40 times over the years, within 3 days of receiving complaints totaling more than 24. An EPD spokesman says,
"Their pollution control measures were in line with the statutory requirements. We have not spotted any dark smoke emissions from the chimney serving the diesel burner. Lard boiling would produce exhaust which contains steam and water vapor, which might be visible as the fumes reported by villagers. EPD will continue to closely monitor the factory's environmental performance."
EPD has checked this place frequently. She complained to the EPD. EPD came many times.
I don't trust the government. I don't trust their answer. The EPD is so bureaucratic. It's really full of a bunch of useless civil servants. I just feel, so tired. It's I mean, as a journalist, over the years, I could fight injustice very easy because I can write. Whenever I see a problem, I can just write about it and then it can be solved. But for this, I first time experienced the sufferings of ordinary people, that really government departments are not listening to them. They just, even you have so much evidence.
Residents are to hire an environmental consultant to examine whether the factory is fouling the air to back up their demand.
That the lands department terminate the short-term tenancy and also resume the land.
Only 3 factories are left in Hong Kong from the heyday of lard production in the 1970s. This one in Yuen Long is the largest. Up to 20 tons of lard are produced here a day. The oil is exported to Taiwan and the mainland.
This pork comes from the wet market and slaughterhouses.
Kwok Wai Kwong manages his family's lard factory. Pork is fed into the shredder and the small pieces go into these 3 tanks to be fried.
See, when it's cooking, there are bubbles. You see the pipes up here? The pipes collect the air from 3 frying tanks.
The factory spent $5 million to build this new diesel burner and lard boiler, now awaiting licensing from the EPD. Kwok admits his is a twilight industry.
It's fading out. The most vital is the demand. The standard of living on the mainland has improved. They won't eat lard anymore. Lard is not a necessity. There are many substitutes such as palm oil and bean oil in Malaysia and Indonesia. The mainland produces a lot of lard, so Hong Kong's lard export has lost its competitiveness.
Plus, regulations have tightened over the years.
Strict enforcement has closed down many lard factories.
A huge relief for residents in Siu Hong Court in Tuen Mun, where a lard factory used to operate north of the estate.
When I was elected as the district councillor in 1994, I got some of the complaints from residents of Siu Hong Court because they were troubled by a bad smell from the north.
In 2008, the EPD adopted tougher regulations requiring sealed tanks and banning open stove burning of pig fat. The Tuen Mun factory failed to comply and closed down in 2010.
The government had cancelled the license and also refused to renew the land use permit to the factory owner.
So you're sure it's no longer operating?
Except they run the business illegally. Maybe we can take a look, see if it is still there.
We visited the factory.
We are in Shanghai Village. Previously, this is where the lard factory was located, but now it is abandoned. I think it is right now. Maybe it's a temporary car park or for storage purpose.
Chun Mun has succeeded, where Fan Ling is still struggling. But its residents are hunkering down for the battle to banish the bane of their existence, whatever it takes.
I won't give up. I won't give up. I don't want to give up because I know that we must win. We must win. I don't know when. I think we will go to the court.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Tuesday and Saturday, as well as on tvb.com. Until next time, from the Pearl Report team, good night, good luck, and good health.